Welcome to this Care Social News Flash, the podcast where we discuss the biggest topics in social care right now. Whether you're a care provider, a frontline worker, or just passionate about making a difference, we're here to bring you the expert discussions, insights, and real stories from the sector. I'm Barry, Content Operations and Delivery Manager here at QCS.
I'm Lindsay, Head of Social Care Product Content. Today, we're talking about the vote House of Lords has recently made to exempt health and social care from national insurance.
So, Lindsay, did you see the news about the vote?
I did. Actually, I couldn't believe it at first. It's such a huge win for care providers. Finally, some recognition of the financial pressures that they are under.
Yeah, it's a massive relief, to be fair. If the exemption sticks, it could save many services from the brink. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, though. This has still got to go through the Commons, and that's where things might get tricky.
I know, and that's when you read into the small print, actually. That's the bit that worries me. The Lords have made their stance very clear, which is fantastic, but the government can still choose to ignore this.
Yeah, exactly. They're not bound by this vote. It would be good if they were. They could reject the amendment outright, or worse, they could just use it as a bargaining chip to water down other parts of the plan.
That's the fear, isn't it? That they won't just accept the exemption. They'll start tweaking it and try and claw the money back elsewhere.
Yeah, and let's not forget, they've already made exemptions for the parts of the public sector. If they were serious about protecting social care so far, they would have included this in the first place.
True. It took Baroness Barker and all those campaigners pushing for this, and even the National March in London. So much attention has been on social care to try and get this through. If the Commons doesn't uphold the exemption, I feel like it'll be a slap in the face to everyone who's been fighting so hard for this.
Yeah, absolutely. It won't just be a slap in the face, though, will it? It'll be devastating for some. If they push ahead with the increase, some providers, will have to make impossible choices. So do they cut staff? Do they reduce care hours? Or do they close the door altogether? We've already heard providers saying they're going to close just with the basics now.
It is frightening, Barry. Everyone's stretched so thin. If the government forces this through, it's another cost that just can't be absorbed, and the knock-on effects are going to be huge.
Yeah, but they can't ignore it, can they now, after the march yesterday, and then obviously the House of Lords vote. So if care services collapse, the NHS is even in deeper trouble. So where do they think people are going to go to get support at home or in residential or nursing care? They're not. It's not going to be there. So they'll go straight to A&E, straight into hospital beds, and they're already full. So back to square one.
I know, and then it'll be the same old rhetoric. The NHS is under unsustainable pressure. But of course, this isn't something that they haven't created themselves.
Yeah, let's be real though. This is a government habit of making a big show of listening, only to do what they want to do in the end.
That's why we can't afford to be complacent. This Lord's vote is a huge step forward, but we really have to keep the pressure up on this topic.
Absolutely. MPs need to hear from providers. So campaigns like yesterday and the ongoing one, getting service users and families who rely on services, the MPs need to know that backing this exemption isn't just the right thing to do, it's necessary.
And if they don't, if they push ahead regardless,
then we'll see more closures, more staff leaving, more people going without care and support, and when the system buckles under weight.
Absolutely. But now let's celebrate this as a great victory for social care and hopefully a turning point in the wider debate.
Absolutely. We need to celebrate the House of Lords as a win and as support providers to continue delivering high quality care and support. That's what they do every day of the week, every day of the year. They don't shut shop, so we need to support them to continue to doing that.
Absolutely. And great to talk about this in this news flash today. Let's hope the positive news story continues. Thank you for listening. If you found this discussion helpful, share it with your colleagues. If you've got a topic you'd like us to cover, or if you'd want to join us for an episode, comment or email us at qcs.co.uk. Until next time, keep making a difference and goodbye for now.